In this video, I'm going to be walking you through 5 main methods to sell books like crazy on Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing for Q4 of 2021. What is going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Dane, and on this channel I talk all about self-publishing books on Amazon, all on entrepreneurship, and just lifestyle in general. So if that kind of thing interests you, make sure you subscribe, drop a like on the video, and hit the notification bell so you know when I post new videos. In today's video, I'm going over 5 main methods that I would recommend you apply to your books on Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing and Audible ACX for this year's Q4 to maximize your sales, maximize your royalties, and make as much money as possible through your Amazon book publishing and book selling business. Okay, so that was a mouthful. Anyways, let's jump on my computer. I have 5 methods on some slides for you guys. I'll walk you through exactly what they are, the best ways to apply them, and how to get started with them. Right now, start preparing for Q4 so you can maximize those sales. So let's jump on my computer and get going with this. Okay, so as you can see on my computer, we're on method number 1, top left there. And method number 1 is making series out of your books. Okay, and making series out of your books is something that a lot of people know about, but they just don't do it. And in my opinion, it's one of the most effective ways to get sales and build off of. Maybe you have one popular book. If you have one popular book on Amazon and you want to make another book, make it related to that book and add it as a series, part 1, part 2, part 3, edition 1, edition 2, so that you can get sales from that first book, generate interest from that one, and get those same customers to buy that second book, to buy that third book. It's free marketing, and it's going to get you even more sales. And during Q4, it's just exponentially more. So it's one of those things you should definitely apply. So make part 1, part 2, or silly edition, gross edition, any kind of additions you can make. Those are kids book editions, by the way, but for whatever genre or niche that you're in, you can apply different additions to the different parts that are in your series. Capitalize on a singular keyword with different versions, like I said. So capitalize on that one book that may be your best seller, make a part 2 to that book, and get sales from that book coming over to the part 2 of the book. It's a great way to get free traffic to the next book that you release. This also makes you become an authority in your niche a much easier task, because you have more books targeting that single keyword. So if they search that keyword on Amazon, for example, if I'm targeting hydroponics and I have part 1, part 2, part 3, 3 of my books might rank on the first page. So I might get 3 times the amount of sales from searches on Amazon, just making my odds for getting the sale much higher than if I only had one book ranking on that first page. And higher average customer value, promote other books, like I've been saying. You get more customers coming in through your ecosystem, downloading more of your books, reading more of your books, and becoming customers and like you even more, on top of rather just having one single book, having multiple books they can read and start to enjoy your brand rather than just a single book and leave. So that's number 1. Number 2 builds off of the series idea and is turning series into bundles. Okay, and when I mention this, I mean turning that part 1 and part 2 book into a bundle between those two, so you have another book, an additional income stream that's pretty much free to make because you already have those 2 books paid for and made. You can just combine them and make a whole nother book that's considered a bundle on KDP or on ACX and generate even more income from it. So take your series and turn them into bundles, like I said. And if you have 4 books, for example, make 2 bundles out of them and you get 2 new books. So you have 6 books in total rather than just 4 singles. So it's a good way to exponentially grow your publishing business, especially in Q4. Also expands your reach even further, like I said, and it allows for longer audiobooks. So if you have bundles being created on Audible, usually if you have like a 30,000 word book, it'll be around 3 hours in length. But if you have 2 books put together, it's gonna be around 6 hours in length. And the way that the tiers work for payments on Audible, 3 hours is the first one that we want to get to. But if you get a book over 5 hours, you're gonna get a higher royalty payout per sale. So it's a good way to make more money on ACX or Audible as well. Method number 3 is make themed books. All right, and in my last video, I actually talked about this and mentioned all the different themes to focus on for Q4, but I'm gonna mention it again here because it's a great way to get more sales during Q4 of 2021. So make things like Christmas themed books, Halloween themed books, Thanksgiving themed books, etc. Those are the things that are gonna be popular during Q4, so why not capitalize on them? These kinds of books sell insanely well during Q4. Trust me, I have experience selling these and they sell insanely well during Q4. So I don't know why you wouldn't do it. It's a great way to get more sales. And it's very simple to make a Christmas edition out of a book that's already published. Make it a Christmas themed book. If it has stories or something, make those stories Christmas themed. One idea you can do. And this works for kids and adults. Okay, I know a lot of people get a little bit disorientated with this because like, I can only do kids books that are themed. You can do adult books as well. Trust me, they sell just as good. And storybooks, game books, cookbooks, that kind of thing is what you can make a theme book out of. So for example, a Halloween cookbook or something like that, Halloween desserts cookbook. One idea that you could look up and see if it has popular demand. It's not going to show right now if it has demand as much as it would say in Q4, but it is something that's going to be popular regardless because it's Q4. And method number 4 is pretty obvious, but it is one to take into account, especially if you're just starting this year. Make sure you have your Amazon ads mastered by the time Q4 comes around, because the difficulty gets more difficult. The difficulty is raised during Q4 when it comes to having Amazon ads running to your book. And this is just because Amazon ads get much more expensive and much more competitive during that time. As you can imagine, there's more people on the site. There's more people competing for keywords. So it's going to be a lot more difficult to run Amazon ads during that time. So make sure you have your Amazon ads dialed in and all your tactics ready to go. So make sure you're ready to go double time with them, as I'm saying. Prepare to spend more during Q4 as well. Like I said, it's going to be a lot more expensive because there's more people bidding on more keywords. The prices are just going to be going up and up because the demand is there. So you're going to have to spend a little bit more. You have to prepare to spend that. So make sure your budget is ready for October, November, December. And finally, category and product ads have worked very well for me in the past. So if you want to diversify from just having the regular Amazon ads that just show up when someone searches a keyword and it shows up on the page, category and product ads where your book shows up below a product that's popular on Amazon have worked very well for me in the past. So definitely make sure you have those mastered as well. Don't count them out. Finally, here we have A+ content, and this is a more new feature for Amazon KDP sellers. It's not really a new feature for Amazon FBA sellers, but for us Kindle Direct publishers, for us like self-publishers, I know big name publishers have had this ability for a while now as well, but us self-publishers, A+ content is a little bit newer. It's on the newer side of things. So it's something you definitely want to take advantage of right now and get good at it before Q4 comes around, so you can have it mastered and running just like your Amazon ads. Make sure those are mastered as well. Make sure A+ content is dialed in as well, because it can help very, very much when it comes to Q4 and just making more sales on your books. It gives the customer more value for what they're buying, because they can see more visuals underneath the product. I'll give you an example right now. So we're on this Beekeeping for Beginners book, and as you can see, as I scroll down, A+ content will show up right below all of those product ads like I talked about in the last method. But you can see it has pictures, and you can add in just like little tidbits about your book and just give the customer more information about the book that'll increase their likelihood to buy it. So you can see you put different bullet points, you can add information, pictures from your book, all that kind of stuff just below it. And lots of people aren't utilizing this yet because it's rather new. So if you can get on this and get it mastered before Q4 comes around, I think it's going to increase your sales a lot more. It might make the difference between someone picking book A, which might be yours, and book B, which might be a competitor's. If yours has that A+ content and gives them more information, they might be more willing to buy your book. So I did make a YouTube video on this a couple weeks back, so I'll link that down below so you can check it out on how to set it up and how all of A+ content works. I'm not going to talk about it in this video, but it is something to take into account and start getting good at for Q4. So like I said, it's a relatively new feature for Amazon KDP. It allows you to make graphics for your products, your product page, and sell your book even better, like I was saying. And you can stand out from competitors this way, and it has a higher perceived value when someone lands on your book and wants to buy it. So I showed you there, the one with the beekeeping there. So just imagine if it didn't have that, you wouldn't have all that information about the book. You might be less likely to buy it as a customer. So that's why I think A+ content is one to definitely master for Q4 this year. So guys, that's pretty much it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed those 5 methods I talked about. If they did help you, make sure you drop a like on the video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when I post new videos. Try to post new videos every single week. And if you're someone who's brand new to self-publishing and you want to get into it and learn all the basics to getting started with it, I highly recommend you join my free strategy group. It's linked. It's the first link in the description down below. You can see here we have over 3,000 members in it actually now. And when you join that group, at the very top, once you're accepted, you're going to get a free ebook download that I've made for you guys that'll give you a 5-step guide to getting started with self-publishing. So again, if you want to join that group and get started with self-publishing and be on the right track, join the strategy groups down below. You can click the link, it'll take you to the group, and you can join it for free. Okay, so that's it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Again, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for new videos. Post new videos every single week. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in next week's video. Peace.